You bought professional indemnity for 50 lakh rupees. You have never read the policy. Here is what on the schedule you did not read. There are two numbers on that policy, and on the most commonly sold ratio, the maximum you can receive for one case isn't 50 lakh, it's 12 and a half. Same policy, same premium, same certificate on your wall. The two numbers are AOA and AOY. Any one accident and any 1 year. AOY is the total the insurer will pay across all claims in a policy here. That's the number you were sold. AOA is the maximum for a single claim, and it's typically a fraction of the annual limit. On a 50 lakh policy with a 1:4 ratio, one patient, one case, one award. Your ceiling is 12.5 lakh. Even if the forum awards 25, go and look at your schedule tonight. If you see 1:4, that's the number that matters to you, not the one on the brochure. Almost every professional indemnity policy in India is claims made, not occurrence based, meaning it responds to claims made and reported while the policy is live, not to the year you did the treatment. So the year you treated the patient is irrelevant. What matters is whether you had a live policy on the day the notice arrived, and there's a retroactive date on your schedule. Acts before that date not covered. Let the policy lapse, even briefly. Even between insurers, and years of past practice can become permanently uninsured, which leads to the question, what happens when you retire or take a career break or go abroad? Your policy ends. Claims made means cover ends with it, and consumer complaints routinely arrive 8, 10, 18 years after the treatment. The answer is run-off cover, and most doctors have never even heard that phrase. And remember what the Supreme Court has held. Liability for negligence survives the doctor's death and can be pursued against the estate. Your family inherits the claim. Do they inherit the cover and the exclusions, which are where claims are actually refused? Criminal acts and intentional misconduct excluded. Treatment rendered outside the scope of your registered qualification excluded. If you do procedures you weren't formally trained in. Most policies require you to inform the insurer as soon as you become aware of a circumstance that might give rise to a claim, not when it is filed. The doctor who receives an angry letter waits 3 months hoping it goes away, then reports it, has handed the insurer a ground for repudiation before the case even begins. So, 5 lines on your schedule. Number 1, your AOA and AOY and the ratio between them. Number 2, your retroactive date. Number 3, whether defense costs are inside your limit or in addition to it. Inside means legal fees eat your compensation. Number 4, if you are a visiting consultant, are you a named insured on the hospital's policy or did you assume you were? And number 5, what happens to cover the day you stop practicing? Nobody is going to read that schedule for you, and the day you need it is the day it's too late to change it. So go and find that policy. Read the second number. Thanks for watching.